Hey guys, it's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today I'm going to be doing another Get Ready With Me video, and I'm super excited because I'm going to be using most of the products in this new Sephora Favorites kit. This is the one that's coming out for the holidays. It's one of their $75 kits, and it has a ton of awesome products. So I can't wait to kind of go through these, tell you what I think on the voiceover. Some of these I've already tried and love, so I'm going to be using this for most of the products, and then I'm going to be using my Naked 3 palette for eyeshadow today. And then I'm using also some Coveted products that I got that are new. This one is a serum and this one is a moisturizer, so I'm going to be trying these out as well. So if you want to see what it looks like, just stay tuned. So guys, to start off with, we're going to take the Coveted Vino Perfect Radiant Serum, and this is a new product for me. It's got a very light white kind of milky texture. It sinks into the skin really well. And then we're taking the Coveted Vino Source Moisturizing Sorbet, which is a really creamy white consistency. It sinks into the skin really well, and I really enjoyed these two products. I thought they did a pretty good job, and they have kind of an earthy smell. Next, for lip balm, we're taking the Kate Rimmel in the 01 Clear shade. I just use this as a lip primer to kind of prepare my lips before I do lipstick. And then for eye primer, we're taking the BH Cosmetics. This is their Smooth Canvas in the shade Malt. And I use this with a BH Cosmetics 120 brush. And I basically just use this to kind of cover up any discoloration on my eyelid, as well as kind of prepare my eyes for any shadow. It really, really does help your shadow stay on all day. And I really do think this is the closest I've been able to come for a dupe for the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. I know a lot of you have been asking me about it, and I do think it does pretty much the same job for about $7. And then for primer, we're going to take the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is their Marine Boosting Mist, and I'm just going to spray this on my face. It does a really good job. It's very refreshing, and it has a citrus smell. And then for concealer, we're taking the NARS in the shade Medium Custard, which is a little bit dark for me, but it didn't really matter because I kind of used this under my foundation. It did an excellent job of covering up my dark circles, some red spots. Then I'm going to be taking this Nude Beauty Blender, which I am in love with because you cannot see the foundation on this blender because it's already the color of foundation. It did a great job of blending in the concealer without taking away the coverage. So I really, really do love this sponge. Then we're taking the Matte and Poreless in the shade 120. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I'm just going to dot this on. I'm going to do section by section so that it doesn't dry out. The one thing about using a beauty blender is that it does take a while for you to get your foundation on compared to a brush, which is a lot faster. But I do think the coverage with the beauty blender turned out really, really well with this, and I don't know, I really like the finish. It looks really nice and really well put together. So then for eyebrows, we're going to take the Benefit Ka-Brow. I believe this is in the shade 3, and this is just a cute sample size that came in this kit, and I really love that it comes with a little brush in the kit as well. So I definitely kind of used this to kind of deepen up the eyebrows. I thought they did a really good job. I kind of sped it up because it does take a little bit to kind of get the hang of this. I do think you need some practice, but it did a great job of just filling in my brows and making everything look kind of put together. And you can definitely tell a difference from the left and the right brow there. So again, I'm just going to be filling in the right brow to match that left one. And then I do need to set this, so I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, because as you can see, it did fill it in, but it still needs to be kind of slicked back. I do have curly brows, so this will keep them in place all day. It does make them a little crunchy, but nothing too terrible. And that's what they look when they're done, very full. So guys, next up we're going to take the Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to go in with this matte white called Strange. I'm just going to pat this all over my lid and blend it up to the brow bone so that we have a nice base to start with. And I'm going to go ahead and do that also on the right eye as well. Then we're going to go in with this light purple matte. This is called Limit. This is a perfect shade to just start building up the crease and the outer corner. It just begins to kind of give that transition. So it's a really, really pretty shade. I really like this palette. I do think it's missing a matte brown, but other than that, it's wonderful. Then we're going in with Nooner, which is a darker matte purple, and again, we're just going to build it up in the outer corner and then blend halfway into the crease. And again on the other side, again starting to deepen this look and building up the dimension. Then since we're missing that matte brown in the palette, I'm taking this DLS shade in Teaser. This is a great just kind of matte brown to warm this look up. I do think that the Naked 3 palette is a little bit cooler, so in order to give you some warmth, you do need some brown, and I like this shade, so I'm just, again, putting this in the outer corner and blending halfway into the crease. Then this is my favorite shade called Trick in the Naked 3 palette. I'm taking just a shader brush and I'm going to put this all over the middle of my lid to the outer corner. It's a beautiful rose gold color and I absolutely love it. Then my second favorite shade from the palette is called Buzz. It's basically the same thing as Trick, except it's a pink shimmer glitter, and I'm putting this in the inner corner and then blending to the middle. Then I'm going to be taking my Essence 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner. This is a waterproof kind of cream eyeshadow base, and I'm just putting this in the inner corner just to give us a pop of highlight, and I'm taking my finger just to smudge it out. Then for liner, we're going to take the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. This is just a black liner and I sped it up. I did a horrible job of applying this in the viewfinder. I do a great job without the viewfinder, so forgive me, it doesn't look very, very precise, but I really do like it. Then for the Estee Edit, we're taking the Edgiest Kohl. This is their Shadow Stick in Black Viper. This is actually a surprisingly good black liner. I used this in the inner waterline and then also on my bottom lash line, and it actually stays put. It's truly a matte black and I really, really like how the longevity of this works. Then for mascara, we're taking the Essence Princess Lash. This does a great job of lengthening and volumizing for an extremely affordable price. And it looks really good on this left eye, as you can see, but I am getting to the end of this bottle, so it got a little clumpy on the other eye. So I definitely wanted to fix that, and I took a spoolie brush just to kind of blend out some of the clumps. Then for highlighter, we're taking the Cover FX in the tube. This is in the shade Bubbly. And this is a stick highlighter, which I'm not used to using. I just kind of drew it on my cheeks, and you can definitely see it's got a nice light pink gold vibe. And then I wanted to kind of blend it out just a little bit, so I used a flat kabuki just to kind of buff it a little bit into the skin. Then we're taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I've heard so many great things, and I actually am very, very impressed with the powder. I love the finish it gives my skin. I am using the puff that it gave me, but I'll be honest, this took forever to put on with a puff, so I don't recommend it. I would rather just use my brush, which takes a lot less time to apply this powder, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Then for the lower lash line, we're taking the Mega Length Waterproof Mascara from Wet n Wild. I just really like this wand because it's so easy to get those lower lashes. Then for blush, we're taking a mini Becca blush. This is in the shade Snapdragon. It's a very vibrant kind of red peach, and I'm just going to be doing that on the apples of my cheeks and blending out. Then for highlighter, we're taking this from the kit. This is the mini Becca Moonstone, which I was so excited to get. This is an absolutely gorgeous kind of like light gold highlighter, and it looks great kind of built up on top of the Cover FX one. And then for bronzer, we're taking the e.l.f. Sun-Kissed Glow, and I'm taking my e.l.f. Blending brush, and this is just an amazing, easy to use bronzer. It's not overpowering, but it gives you just a nice light pop of bronze color, and I'm just doing this in my hollows of my cheeks, my temples, and then also underneath my jaw and my neck, just to warm up the skin a little bit. Then for lipstick, we're taking the Urban Decay. This is one of their recently redone formulas, and this is in the shade 714. It's a mega matte, it's super comfortable, and it's a gorgeous red-orange shade. I absolutely love how vibrant and bright it is. I just think it's really, really pretty, and it wore extremely well all day long. So guys, this is the finished look. I think it looks really nice. I love this matte red lip. It's really creamy, went on really, really smooth. I'm really, really in love with the Naked 3. I love kind of the rose gold look it creates. I really like it. Everybody has always raved about the Laura Mercier powder, so I can't wait to try it. I really don't think the puff is that helpful. I think it's best to use a brush, so I do like the finish though. But both of these highlighters are awesome. Moonstone is amazing. It is so blingy. And then this little nice Cover FX is so cute, and it did a really good job of kind of like putting a base down for the highlighter. So it's cream consistency. I think it'll last a little bit longer. The Ka-Brow, I'm not really sure about. I feel like, you know, it does fill in the brows. I think you need some practice with it. It definitely, I think, made them look a little bit nicer. It tinted them a little bit different color brown than I'm used to, which isn't bad, but I'm not sure. I'm curious to see if this Estee Edit lasts in my lower waterline, but it is very, very like a black matte. This was hard to do on camera, but I love this tattoo liner. It's very, very easy to do if you're not doing it on a viewfinder. This Beauty Blender did a great job. I love this consistency. I'm glad to have a brand new one, and it's nice because this one's not really going to get dirty because it already looks like you've got foundation on it. I was really worried that Custard wasn't going to work out because I thought it would be too dark for me, but it actually worked out fine, and since I put my foundation over it, I think it did a pretty good job concealing. I normally do get creasing with this, so we'll have to see if that powder was good enough to set it for the day. And I really do love this primer. I have missed it. It smells like citrus, and it really does a good job of like setting the prime for your face. So I really did enjoy that. I think that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!